are the most insane death sentence reactions. Esteban Carpio. In 2005, Esteban Carpio shot and killed a police officer from Boston, Massachusetts. The officer questioned Esteban about stabbing an older woman when Esteban grabbed a gun and shot the cop. Esteban jumped from a third-story window after the shooting before being recaptured. Esteban had to wear a mask during his trial to prevent him from biting and spitting. Despite his sentence, Esteban didn't react, but his family did. They started yelling at the judge about police brutality. An investigation into Esteban's arrest and questioning determined the officer did not use excessive force. Jaleel Smith Riley. Jaleel Smith Riley shot and killed a young woman sitting in a car, and her boyfriend was seriously injured. To avoid the death penalty, Jaleel pleaded guilty to first-degree murder as well as several other charges. After hearing the sentence, Jaleel fell to the floor, but officers helped him get off the ground. Once upright, Jaleel continued ranting about his unfair life sentence. Donta Wright. A Michigan high school student was killed during a deadly robbery committed by Donta Wright. While Donta's lawyer spoke to the judge, he interrupted and talked to his family, saying he would be home soon. His relatives in the gallery laughed and smiled during the victim impact statement. The judge told the convicted murderer, "Watching you smile and laugh and shake your head like this is no big deal, I'm tempted to just say I won't accept this agreement. You'll proceed to trial." Jacob Matthew Morgan. A baby died in a house fire in North Carolina while home with their brother Jacob Morgan. He was charged with murder, for which he pled guilty. The prosecution alleged Jacob set the fire and fled, leaving his brother to die in it. Jacob begged and cried for leniency before he was sentenced. His crying turned into praying and was so intense that he had to be led out of the courtroom. Tony Farmer. After a judge sentenced Tony Farmer to 3 years in prison in 2012, he fell to the ground. A sheriff's deputy helped Tony off the ground, and the teenager looked shocked. After standing up, Tony fell again. Among the top basketball players in the country at the time, Tony stood 6 feet 7 inches tall. Tony had a bright future ahead of him until he was accused of kidnapping and assaulting his ex-girlfriend. When Tony was released, he joined the basketball team at a Texas community college. Franklin Williams. While Franklin Williams was sentenced for 3 armed burglaries, the judge repeatedly warned him to remain quiet when he would not stop speaking. The judge said, "Shut your mouth and I'll let you talk." When Franklin interrupted his defense attorney, the judge ordered his mouth taped shut. A piece of red duct tape was placed over Franklin's mouth. Franklin's video in court with tape over his mouth went viral, and the judge apologized and recused himself from the case.